Super Meat Boy is a 2D platformer released on Xbox and PC in 2010. A Linux port was released in 2011, and the game was released for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita in 2015. A Wii U version was also released in 2016, so the game has slowly progressed to all of the major consoles. What I'm showing here is not actual gameplay, because actual gameplay would be me dying over and over and over again. However, I am showing the successful runs that I've done when I was playing the game. I think you'll appreciate that a lot more. The game is difficult, but it's not unfair, and it starts out reasonable. You get unlimited lives, so you can keep playing over and over again, and if you fail, you just start over at the beginning of the level that you were trying. The gameplay is based on trial and error, and you're not required to beat all levels in a stage to unlock the boss. You can actually skip 2 or 3. I come from the days of Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario Bros., Mega Man, Castlevania, and other platformers where the challenge was perfected and the difficulty increased in such a way to keep you coming back for more. These games were kind of like chess. They had a specific set of basic rules and they simply expanded on those rules. There were no gimmicks, no tutorial modes, and no overly complicated controls. If a controller has 12 buttons on it, it doesn't mean you have to use all 12 buttons. If your 2D platformer has more than 3 or 4 buttons to control your character, it's too complicated. Super Meat Boy learned very well from these retro games, and it shows. Just like the classic games, the game has quite a bit of replayability. For one thing, you can find hidden characters or collect bandages to unlock additional characters. Also, if you get stuck on some of the levels in the main game, you can actually go find levels built by other people online. If you beat the entire game and then want more challenge, you can beat all of the Dark World levels. The Dark World levels are the same as the levels in the Light World, but are ridiculously difficult. You can even go back to previous levels simply to try to complete them faster to beat your old records. And if you have friends on Steam, you could see their times as well, and everybody can compete against each other. Super Meat Boy is one of those games where the gameplay speaks for itself. What you're seeing right now is the actual game. This is it. And I absolutely love playing this game. And if it was simply linear from stage to stage, I don't think I would. There was a game called Meat Boy that came out before this one. It was a simple flash-based game that you would play with your keyboard in a web browser. You can find it on places like Newgrounds, but the game was simply too linear. I played it a long time ago, but I didn't really think it was fun. The same goes for I Wanna Be the Guy. Those games lack the precise controls, multiple characters, stage select, and community that this game has. They took what was good about those games and just absolutely made it better. A lot better. However, speaking of I Wanna Be the Guy, you can actually unlock the kid from that game and play with him in this game. He even has the double jump ability. I'm showing his stage that you have to beat in order to unlock him. If there is one thing I've heard people say that is great about Super Meat Boy, it is the controls. The preciseness of the controls are strongly related to holding down the sprint button though, and knowing when to let it go even if you're in midair. That's all I'm going to say about Super Meat Boy. If you're a fan of retro 2D platformers and love a good challenge, this game is easily worth the full price. And no matter how good you become at it, there are always other people creating levels for you that are going to make it even more difficult. So that way there's always a challenge. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.